Hello and welcome to another episode of the Youniverse podcast, except this time it's on video. So today I wanted to speak to you about Soul Alchemy. So what is Soul Alchemy? Soul Alchemy is basically it's transforming and transmuting painful experiences into fuel for your growth and development. So there's a few different ways that we can do this. Meditation is one really great way. So just sitting with yourself and watching your thoughts and understanding the relationship between your thoughts and your feelings, your emotions. So that circle, thought, feeling, that feedback circle, and what actually goes on there. And in this process, you can start to understand whether you are helping yourself move through your pain or increasing your pain. So yoga is another really powerful practice for soul alchemy. You'll see in this painting, this is someone in the basic Padmasana sitting position in yoga. And yoga takes the meditation practice a step further, because through the postures and movements, we can start to actually feel energetically inside our body and understand where we might have literally stuck energy, and that often is because there's an emotion, a feeling that is the result from an experience that we have not actually fully processed and been able to let go. So the energy is then stuck in our body somewhere. So maybe in our shoulders, maybe in our heart center, maybe in our hips. A lot of times emotional energy is stored in the hips. So through a yoga practice, moving through the different asanas and postures, we can start to pay really close attention to our inner experience of our body, and then we can notice where things feel like they're stuck, where energy feels like it's stuck, and we can use that practice to slowly move that stuck energy out and release it and free it, and then be able to move better in our body and be free also from the stuckness of that emotion. So for example, it might be some kind of resentment at something that's happened to you that you have not been able to fully process. So that resentment just kind of lodges in your body somewhere, and it will then give birth to more resentment if you haven't managed to actually process and release that feeling. Then you have a kind of an undertone of resentment within your body-mind system. So in a yoga practice, you can really go deep into your feelings, and through your physical body you can feel this resentment. And if you're lucky, you might be able to really understand the experience that created this resentment, the original experience. And then when you get this download, when you understand this, you should be able to process that experience now in that present moment and then let it go. So this is the magic of a yoga practice. All of this can happen in your practice while you're on the mat and doing your work. So that's two different ways for soul alchemy to happen within us. Meditation practice and yoga practice. And then the other very powerful way that I use myself is through creativity. So today I wanted to speak about poetry as a way for alchemizing your pain. And I want to use this painting as just an explanation here of what I'm talking about. So in the Middle Ages, when alchemy was a popular phenomenon, when people were actually trying to make gold from other heavy metals such as lead, so transform less valuable metals that are perhaps easier to find, such as lead, into gold, and then through this become wealthy. So this painting, you can see it's about the inner alchemy process, the soul alchemy process. So there's different metals here, different colors, metallic colors within the body. And through our inner work, through our yoga and our meditation and our creative work, slowly we alchemize these other metals. So alchemize, that's basically our pain, our fear, our sadness, our traumas. We process them, we alchemize them, and then they can turn into gold. And then as we clear and alchemize all these different pains, then our whole body can start to fill with the golden energy, like up here, and then we can overflow this energy through our, in this case, our crown chakra, our sahasrara chakra, and through our heart chakra, and then we are free to create new beautiful things in our life, whether those be relationships, whether those be creative projects, whether those be adventures, whatever they might be. So that is a good painting for demonstrating soul alchemy. So I also wanted to just read you out a poem that I wrote in Barcelona in 2001, a long time ago. So my brother died in 2000, the year 2000. And this was very painful, traumatic experience for me because I was quite close to him. And he was a very important person for me in my life. So I wrote a lot of poems in this period when I was living in Barcelona. And these poems helped me to process, to alchemize this pain of the loss of my brother into something else. So alchemize, transform, feel the pain, and slowly let it move through me and release. So this one is called Strawberry Skies. The cries of the children float up from the street as the warm air moves slowly by. The sweltering heat has finally passed as I watch the warm strawberry sky. My wings of desire are stunted and singed. My vessel lies marooned at sea. The snakes in my head have nowhere to go, while my thoughts are like prisoners in me. My legs can still move, watch them twitch and then turn, recalling journeys long gone, far away. My eyes can still see, dark and light, near and far, but the colors are faded and worn. My ears pick up sounds somehow muffled and faint, like music from under the sea, while my heart, it still beats, slowly marking the time, maintaining the thing that is me. But deep down below, in the center of things, the black and still silence, it creeps. It creeps like a worm in a ripe nectarine as it eats its way through to the light. But it cannot escape, as the skin is like steel, cold and dark and secure like the night. In the silence is death, its dark, formless shape, ever present except when I sleep. In my dreams comes my brother, alive and awake, as he smiles and he chats close to me. Then the sun, it shines through, piercing my heartache, while his hug I still feel oh so strong. I look with distaste at the bright morning light, and I realize my brother is gone. So that is Strawberry Skies. So as you see, it's literally just a process of really downloading all of your feelings, putting them into words, and in poetry it's nice to find rhymes. So even the process of finding the rhymes for the words is part of helping you alchemize those feelings, change and transform those feelings, because you're literally making something beautiful, the poem, out of this pain. And so even though the pain is still down there on the paper, it's been transformed into something beautiful. So I will read one more poem that I wrote in England, in Cambridge, in 2002. So at this stage I was still processing the loss of my brother. Will my poems help to cure the searing pain inside, or will I just become immune to the emptiness I hide? Since that day you left this world, flying off your bike, a part of me has also left swiftly overnight. No longer am I quite myself, like I was before. The girl who I once was has gone forevermore. How is one to live a life left so incomplete? Robbed of a brother, my blood let, the future looks so bleak. So again, it sounds like sad, but and it obviously it is a painful and difficult experience to lose someone that you really love. But again, the process of putting down the feelings in the poem is what actually transforms and transmutes them, because you're able to really understand the depth of your feelings, and putting them down in a poem or in a painting actually helps you to process and release and move forward with your life. So I hope this has been useful for you. If you're interested in learning more about this soul alchemy process through poetry, I would love if you would come to my workshop. I'm going to offer a workshop coming up soon on alchemizing your pain through poetry. So I will guide you through using a few different writing prompts on helping you to write your own poems and alchemize whatever it is that your soul needs to alchemize now. Whether it's something that happened for you a long time ago and it's still present and still painful, or whether it's more recent feelings that you need help with transforming and transmuting and turning into fuel for your growth and your development. So if you're interested in that, please check out down below under this video. I will leave details of these upcoming soul alchemy workshops, and I would love to see you there. All right, wishing you a beautiful day, and I will talk to you next time.